A bat bit my neck at Dollar General. The ER doctor said, "Nice try, but Halloween is over." 3 days later, I couldn't swallow water. Yesterday on November 1st, when I walked out of Dollar General, something slammed into my neck. I reached up and touched something furry attached to my skin. I screamed and swatted it away, watching a small dark shape fly into the parking lot lights. When I saw my hand was covered in blood, I realized a bat had just bit me, and it could have had rabies. I grabbed my jacket and pressed it against my neck while driving to the ER. The whole drive, I kept thinking about every rabies article I'd ever read. Once symptoms start, you die. There's no cure, just a horrifying death. I was shaking so bad I almost rear-ended someone at a red light. At the ER, I waited for hours. When the doctor finally walked in, he was smirking. "Let me see this bat bite," he said. I moved my jacket and he leaned in with gloved hands. "This is really good work. Did you use liquid latex?" I stared at him. "What? A bat bit me. I need rabies shots." He laughed. "Halloween was last week, sweetheart. Drop the act." I couldn't believe what I was hearing. "I'm not joking. A bat attacked me in the Dollar General parking lot." He shook his head. "We have people who are having real emergencies to take care of." He slapped a band-aid over it and started to walk out. "Please," I begged. "I don't want to die from rabies. I'm telling you the truth." He opened the door and looked back at me one more time. "You know what? I admire the commitment, but next time try something more believable. Go home and wash that off." Then he just left. A nurse brought me my discharge papers and I had no choice but to go home. I had a headache 2 days later, but it wasn't that bad. Then on day 3, I woke up with a really high fever. My neck was swollen and hot. I tried to drink water, but my throat closed and I spit it back in the sink. I tried again. Same thing. My body would not let me swallow. I got so overwhelmed with fear that I almost passed out. This was it. I was dying of rabies because a doctor thought I was pranking him. I looked in the mirror and barely recognized myself. My skin looked gray. I called my mom crying so hard I could barely get words out. "Something's really wrong. I can't even drink water." She told me to get to the ER immediately, so I called an ambulance. My mom met me at the ER. A different doctor came running to help us. "What happened?" I tried to talk, but my words slurred, so my mom jumped in. "She came here 3 days ago with a bat bite. The doctor sent her home and now she's dying." The doctor pulled back the band-aid and her expression shifted. "This is badly infected." The doctor turned to the nurse. "You need to get someone from infectious diseases down here now and start the rabies protocol immediately." They put me on a gurney and rushed me down the hallway. Someone paged the first doctor, and when he walked in and saw me, he stopped dead. The new doctor spun around. "Did you see this patient 3 days ago for an animal bite?" He nodded slowly. "You really sent her home without rabies treatment?" He looked at me, then my neck, then back at her. "I thought it was a Halloween prank." It was right after Halloween. She was yelling at him now. "You thought it was a prank, so you ignored protocol?" He tried to defend himself. "Look, we get people coming in here all the time after Halloween trying to get attention." I made a judgment call. Her voice got even louder. "A judgment call? She has rabies exposure. Do you understand what you've done?" He opened his mouth, but nothing came out. She pointed at the door. "Get out of my ER." He walked out, and I thankfully never saw him again. They kept me in the hospital for 5 days pumping medication into my system, and my mom stayed next to my bed the entire time. I managed to survive something that kills almost everyone once symptoms start. When I got out, I sued the hospital for negligence, and the hospital settled quickly. I got money, but it didn't make me feel better. I still can't go to that Dollar General.